Hey y'all, it's Megan, and this is a tutorial for the shorts in the Palmer PJ set. If you want to see the videos on the tank top with the neckband and the long sleeve top with the Pico elastic neck, then I will link those down in the description. Once you have your pieces cut, you are going to take one front and one back short, and you're going to place them right sides together, and you're going to pin them on the side seam, and you're also going to pin them together on the inseam. And you are going to sew both the side and inseam with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and then you'll do the same thing with the other front and back piece. So you have two legs. You're going to turn one leg inside out, and you are going to stick the right side leg inside the other so that they are right sides together. And you are going to align that inseam and the front and back pieces together at the top and pin them along that crotch curve. Once you have it all pinned together, then you are going to stitch them together at the crotch curve with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Once they're sewn together and you flip them right sides out, they look more like shorts and you can set them aside. You're going to take your waist elastic and you are going to overlap the ends by 1/2 inch, and you're going to use your sewing machine and a zigzag stitch to stitch them together. Make sure to go back and forth a couple times to hold it in place. And then you're going to quarter the elastic piece by finding the center front, then matching the center front and back seam to find the other two quarter points. You are also going to quarter your waist, and then you are going to put the elastic on the wrong side of the shorts, aligning the top of the elastic with the top of the shorts. You're going to pin them together at the quarter points, and your waist elastic should slightly stretch to fit the waistline. And you're going to stitch that together with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now, if you use your serger, you're going to be able to see the serge edge on the inside of the shorts. So if you don't like that, you can also just baste the elastic to the top of the waistline instead, and then you can remove the basting stitch after the next step. Then you're going to flip the elastic toward the wrong side, making sure the elastic is tight with the top of the shorts. And you will need to slightly stretch the elastic again to fit the shorts opening. Once you have this pinned in place, then you're going to use a stretch stitch or your cover stitch to stitch right on the edge of the elastic to hold it in place. You can add a tag or a ribbon loop to the back so your little one or yourself knows which side is the back. And then once this is done, you can give it a press, and we are going to add a lettuce hem to the bottom edge of the shorts. If you need an in-depth tutorial on using your serger or your sewing machine to do a lettuce hem, then I will link it in the description. And this is optional, but if you want, you can add a ribbon rosette or a little ribbon bow to the center front of the shorts. I just use a hand needle and thread to stitch that on. And then your little Palmer shorts are complete. These have a mid and high rise, and the adult have two inseam options. If you make these, as always, we would love to see them posted in our Facebook group or tag us on Instagram at Made for Mermaids, hashtag Made for Mermaids Patterns, hashtag Palmer Pattern.